Hi, my friends. Welcome back to another episode of Behind the Brands Printing Outside of the Box series under Miti'sTalk video podcast experience. Today's episode is more like about me answering or talking about two questions that has come up before. And that is, why am I not doing print on demand, and why do I choose to build my business the way I do? And if you're not sure what print on demand really means, you can find so many information out there that can help you explain in depth. But I'm going to just take a few seconds to go through it with you. So you want to have your own clothing line, and you can go out there. You find a third-party company that can help you creating your garments and sending it to your customers. So you have your website and you can integrate with their end. So what does it mean? You have the order from the customer, the order goes to the third-party company, and then they put your design on the chosen garment, they're packaging it for you, they're sending it out to customers straight away. And you don't need to do any physical part for your clothing line. And well, if you think about it, this is really awesome. That's POD, that's print on demand. And yeah, that's cool. Like, you don't need to do anything really. Having inventory lined up, big stacks in your house, or getting equipment and that you need to learn how to use. Your starting up cost is very close to nothing, like really low. All you need to do probably is having a website, paying your graphic designers if you cannot know how to do your design yourself, spending some money on ads, social media marketing, and other things. But you can outsource all these actually. So basically, you don't really need to do anything other than having some money and outsource it all. And that's cool. That's amazing. Like, I think about the amount of things that you can do. You can focus on building your audience. And yeah, I would love that. Everything is done for you. And that's awesome. But you don't need to spend hours on making the clothes yourself. You don't need to do handling customer service, packaging and delivery and all that kind of things. You don't need to worry about any of these, and that's really awesome. And I was really considering this to do this way for myself, and I can focus on the right things and also creating the business, working on my audience and the designs I want to do myself and all the sales and marketing. But while I was looking for the right company that I can partner up with, I have ordered a few garments which I have here in front of me, and even though I made many reviews and I shared it already on YouTube, but I will want to go through it and explain it to you why I don't want to do this way. As a person who wants to build something really special, like, I know it's very cliche, but right now I do want to build something very different here. And I imagine doing that, all that I mentioned earlier. I don't feel that I can build something honest, authentic, and real thing, And I'm not saying if you would go and choose like print on demand by a third-party company, that would be a fake thing. And definitely not. But I'm going to explain to you, for me, why it sounds just wrong to me. Of course, one day I hope I'm going to get to the point where I can scale up and work with factories that makes all the garments from scratch, which will take me down to the fashion design road itself, and then just that thought itself, it's pretty exciting and cool. But let's start with my reasons. of why not doing print on demand. The very first should be, I think, the money. If I would have the amount of capital that I can use to go out actually and work with the real factory that already I would have. Why? Because a really and good factory knows what they're really doing, like cut and sew, and most of them do screen printing or digital to garment, D2G, or other ways and other methods they can use that create what you want, right? And that requires more money and inventory. So that means you will have to order 100 plus of each items, like size and or colors, to have like a minimum order, and you have it in piles in your office or in your wherever you are working from. And I cannot do that right now. I mean, I really wanted to go on this road more than just having a third-party company who is also buying from factories the ready garments like this shirt and do it for you and extra money. But to be honest, I am actually happy that I cannot spend that much money to go out to work with the factory now, because I get to learn the basics of my business. I'm learning the graphic designing, web developing, branding, social media marketing, and marketing campaigns to put together itself, learning how to use heat press and transfer papers and all the kind of things, and many different softwares I am learning at once. And yes, this is very time confusing, and still I need money to do that, but I spend what I can when I can. And I can actually understand what do I really want. Because if I go to a factory and I have no clue exactly what I want, like you're going back and forth, and like still like, no, this is not what I want, but it's just a basically waste of time and money, because you have to still pay for, you know, this period when you're just trying things out. But when I do it myself, the whole thing, I will actually figure out many things. And all these things to create is quite meditative. That all the things I do right now, requires deep focus. And I think that's pretty cool that I'm getting there to the point where I will be able to focus. But other than that, why do I still choose to do so many things at once? Especially still having a full-time job. I'm struggling with managing my time, that's for sure. And that's also one of the reasons I still haven't launched, not just the money part. The list is never ending and requires of me learning so many new skills that takes obviously longer. Just to think about graphic designing, how to use the software, it's not easy actually. I thought it was just, draw something. Just because I can draw something doesn't mean I know how to make it digital. But again, it's quite a good thing that I might not be the best graphic designer and the best web developer, because I'm going to end up outsource that too. I want to learn how to do the basics, how to create, because I want to say at the end of the day, it's me. Actually, I made it. It's pretty cool feeling though. The whole reason I still want to do it, because I actually don't trust in them third-party companies. And it's easy and comfortable. If I am not that serious about my brand, then it's the best option. But one more, and the following designs that will come in the future carries deep messages. And I cannot allow to be less than perfect, the quality, and expect people to pay for them when I know after a few wash it loses color, the designs itself, or cracks, or the fabric goes funny, because I never ever actually touched the garments that been sent to my customers. I just quickly gonna go through my garments here, and as I never really said the companies I ordered from. So this meant to be yellow. I'll show you what yellow actually. So this is the yellow, right? And this is not really. I still use it. I work out in this. Not my favorite thing, but I can still use it. Okay, fine. The company, I believe this was Street Shirts, I think. With that, I ordered a hoodie as well. Well, again, yes, I know the placement is not the perfect, and apparently it's my fault. But they actually didn't use a grid or anything that it would make it easier for me on the website to place in the exact place I wanted to. So I effed it up. But the problem is with this garment is I do use it quite a lot. I washed it already like 10 to 20 times, I think, or even more, I don't know. The color again is not exactly what I wanted, and they are like cracked. I don't know if you can see it. It's cracked. I can show you what the color I really wanted. That's different. It's not gonna be clear. Come on, man. And there you go. So that's again different. A hoodie is meant to be anyways like washed kind of color, so it's not like a jet black. So that's alright. So this company, actually that was my worst, because the customer service was horrendous. I don't like to complain, but I spent quite a lot of money for 2 hoodies and this. And I'm like, this was a test for, finding a partner company I can work with. And, this is like, I would like to know why the color is like this. And not even that, it's bleeded out and is cracked like shit. So I'm like, obviously I didn't use these words, but I was like, I want to know like what really is happened. And the way they replied, that is my fault, that the color is like that, or the bleeded, they didn't explain why this happened, what you need to change in your design. They were so like cocky, arrogant. And I was like, this is not the way you talk to your customers. Even though if I wanted to just order a couple extra like garments that is not for the business, it's just I wanted to have a matching t-shirt with my family or whatever. And I'm like, this is not the way you talk to your customers, Jesus. So like, I'm like, it was like, I don't want this, because if I use them, or basically any kind of print on demand company, and there is a customer complaint, because I haven't seen it, I haven't seen any of the garments that went out, and the customer complains to me, right? It's my reputation, and it's not just taking the longer time to to solve the problem, because I need to reply to my customer, but I need to write and contact with the partner company I have, get some answers why it's been sent like this and that. And then what is really happening is, waiting for them to come back and just make the whole process longer. And I think it's just dangerous for my reputation, as I just said. It's important to my company. I'm not saying I will never make any mistakes, but I can control that. If I see the garment like this, would go out to my customer, like, I would never send this, look. I was so disappointed. For this one I spent 20-something pounds for. Like, seriously? Anyways, let's go to another one. Which one was the first? Let me see. Okay, this was again a little bit my fault of, I didn't know what the size. It just says small, so I ordered quite a small one. But it's pretty good. I like the shirt though. It's like that in the gym again. I made it huge. The front made it huge. And then, what was the problem here? I don't know if it will be visible or not. I'm doing it like upside down because it's easier. It's not straight. It's like, it's wavy. Can you see? I'm doing it upside down now because it's easier to show. And I don't like the touch for it. Obviously, if you do use heat transfers, you will have a feel for the stuff. Like, I have some of mine I'm already chosen to use, but it's still different. And again, depends what kind of material you use. So the size went wrong, and again I kind of complained that this wave I am absolutely not happy about. They replied, I think it's a personal trainer clothing company or something like that. They said probably the size of the back, and they put it on the side here. I didn't even remember that, but that's huge. That's also not perfect and quite easy to pick it up. I don't want to have that either. And it's not stretching. It's not breaking much, but it's not really stretching. But it happened again, the same thing. They asked me to send it smaller, or they can make it smaller, the design, but it happened the same thing, that it's like stays wavy. It wasn't flat when they pressed it. So that again, I'm not happy about that. But the customer service was much better. They sent me another one for free. The other third-party company POD I used, it was T-Meal, and they were amazing. How they were talking to me helped me explain. They explained the issues I had with this shirt. The colors are much better. I can't feel much. I use this shirt quite a lot. I do things in it, and I washed it quite a times. These transfers and things like that, they say like 50 plus, or what I'm using is 60 plus washes. I prefer to have it forever, but that's more like a screen printing thing, which I would have no place to do that. And hopefully one day I'm going to try out, because it's really interesting to do screen printing. I love the fact. But this one, after a few wash, it's like, you can see how like cracked it is. And if I go to pull it, you can see the whole garment itself. And I don't like that. But the problem was, now you can't see it anymore really, because it's so cracked. The blue went into the white, like bleeded in. And I emailed them, asked them, it's just like, I wanted the feedback, like, why this is happening? What's the reason? They explained it to me that probably is the resolution of This is a first version of the design. It hasn't been set up the best way, and they said that's the reason. And the other parts they said, like, what I need to look for, which I was, and I changed things, and I'm really appreciative for them, the way they were teaching me, and I think this is really important. But their reputation that also is very important for them, and I really, really love that. This one also been from them. I do like it. I was actually wearing it earlier. I just took it off. But it's quite like the colors are like faded. If that's the design itself, like this is my what I'm going for, it's cool. But clearly they use different method for the sweatshirt or the t-shirt. I can feel it on the black. I cannot feel it here at all on the sweatshirt. And that's interesting. Why? I don't know. But again, after like maybe 10 times, I may have watched 10 to 20 times. I can't remember. I should have taken, I should have write it down how many times I watched this stuff to properly make a real review. But these garments goes to my customers without me seeing them. I would not see the bleeding because they just do one and they send it. They're not going to try another one because the customer paid only for one. And I'm not saying I want to keep, creating t-shirts that I will maybe not able to use or sell again because I made a mistake on it. But I don't want my customers to receive that, because the brand I want to really build up, it has to be perfect. And I know you can say like there's nothing perfect, but that is. It has to be for things like that. So for me, this is the main reason why I don't want to do print on demand. But actually I do, and I will explain to you how. But I don't want to use a print on demand company to do my stuff. Not now, at least, until I find the right company that actually give a crap. And so for me, it's actually more like I'm creating an art piece. And I believe that my audience I'm building will be my people. People that I actually connect with, because I share my creation, I share my journey, I share like basically me, just documenting me and my doing, who I am at this point of life. And I feel that this is the best way for me to show that all. If I do everything from the beginning. And I think I've said that before, that I need to know how this business's foundations is all about. To know it in and out. That makes me feel that I will be real, authentic, and not some fake anyone who is jumping right into the crowd and do what everyone else does. This is more like a popularity contest. The endless pursuit of followers, likes, and comments husks the culture of originality, auto-tuning everyone's voice to the same dull frequency. I don't want that. In contrast, today, designers, artists are obsessed with peer review. They need validation to continue, trying to hack the algorithm, dressing the so-called influencers and the masses. And instead of carving out a niche They aren't defining a world for themselves, they are molding themselves to the world. Like this way, I will have the luxury of creating my brand's identity. An attribute to our blogging and vlogging spirit, and this is the fundamental mantra, DIY or DIFY. Do it for yourself. In today's world, it's very impossible to escape from the social media rankings, and it's nice feeling when you can see that people likes your stuff. But as much as I should not give a single fuck the negativity, I should give a shit when people watches my craft and they say, oh, awesome, well done. Negative and positive, none of that matters. Of course, it's important to have an awareness of customers and competitors, but I do my best to design for myself, write for myself, create videos or anything I'm interested in for myself and document myself and my doing. And I know I could get to many more followers much faster with creating all these trends, being half naked, being who I am not just because it works now on the short term, or posting what the masses wants to see. But that's not me, and I don't want to sound and look like everyone else. Why would I want my voice lost in the crowd? What do you think about that? Which way you did or would go? Share your thoughts, write in the comment section below, and support your girl. Like, comment, share, subscribe, so you're not gonna miss any other future content or announcement. And just show your love. That's all that matters. I really hope you are having a best day, and stay tuned because I'll come up with a next video very soon. Peace and love, Miti. I'm out.